Hello everybody and welcome to another Mallard's Mechs video. Today we're going to be looking at my botched job on this fssk PCB. People are giving me grief that I can't fix this. I have a lifted pad here and a bad trace right there on this board. A lot of this video footage is going to be taken from the side because I got to use both hands and do not have a tripod. So I will do my best. But here it is. I have my soldering iron ready. I got fresh solder over there. I got some flux in this thing over here. And yeah, I'm getting ready to fix this PCB. I know this is not the best in focus, but I can try and do something like this so the PCB is at least propped up. But I need, again, both hands to work. So to start, I'm going to be removing this botch wire here. This is trash. Another thing I'm going to be doing is going back on over some of these wires I installed. I know it's a mess over there. I just haven't had time to clean up this desk, but I have to put fresh flux with this solder so it actually sticks this time. Just gonna take like what looks literally might look like an illicit substance, but I kid you, and it's not. It's just a little bit of flux. This was done a long time ago, before I actually got relatively good at soldering. This was back when I was kind of poo-poo at soldering. So I gotta touch up a lot of these points. As well as, I mean, I have this here. I can use this to hold down the thing while I wait for it to harden. Now, is this going to look the best? No. It's not with brand new solder and brand new PCB and brand new wire. I'm just trying to salvage what I got right here. My soldering iron is running way too hot. Now this right here, now some of these points are, I wouldn't call good, but I'd call it would likely work. But some of them are just horrid. Now these two pads I'm somewhat tempted to flow together because they're actually both grounding pads. So at the end of the day, they go to the same spot on the controller card and are the same spot on the PCB. It's just two separate points. Right now this wire does not want to play nice. So you know what? I will probably end up soldering these as one ginormous pad. But only this one, like I did the one on the other side, will be together. Because they both are the actual same when it comes to what it is on the controller card. So now that that's done, move my attention over to this over here. Where I have a cut/broken trace. So in order to fix that, I have to take these tweezers if they aren't bent. I can at least use my finger to get this close. It's hard to do commentary when I'm soldering this sort of thing. Okay, so now that trace has been repaired with like a little piece of, what would you call this, wire? Now this one up here with the ripped off pad, I'm going to take the wire that goes, I have tried to fix this one in the past with not the best success, but I mean, I got wire on the, I at least got the wire to like tin onto the PCB. Where I had, like, cut away a bit of the solder mask on the trace, but I now need to take this wire here. Now that has been redoped up with, actually, you know what, I don't need that wire. I don't know, people would think I'm crazy for doing that, touching that much molten solder, but actually, for me at least, doesn't burn that bad. Is it comfortable? Not in a million years, but am I walking away with burns? Barely even a first. When all's said and done, a sunburn hurts more than this. Yeah, I got a lot of retouching up to do on these solder points. And now I gotta use my tweezers to hold. See, now that's an issue. My tip's kind of crap because it's an older tip. It's been used so many times. Okay, that seems to be the 2 traces actually fixed. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to launch the utility for this keyboard. But before that, I have to plug it in. I cannot... You can't open a keyboard utility that's not plugged in. So, to start, I got to take this and plug this in and drop it real quick before it initiates, so I'm not touching the capacitance. Should take that off. So now I have the board plugged in, a bit of a bridge wire there over the bad trace. This is still a mess. I have to clean that up and get that at the proper point. And this right here looks horrible, but will be touched up with a bit of flux. But those pads can be bridged together, as I said before, as they are one pad in the matrix. A lot of these need to be adjusted with more solder and flux. But this I will definitely be coming back to. Right now I just need to test this. So, with that done, I have absolutely closed myself out of the program. This here. We now have that in key press monitor. So since I don't have an SSK, like I don't have the flippers, you moisten a finger and you can press down on a key. A lot of them are going to spaz because that is how this works. But the one key you're pressing will light up solid. I could pull out even a normal F to show this. As it doesn't work right because the PCB is not grounded to the plate, and the controller is not grounded to the plate as well as the PCB, except through where it goes through the matrix. So the keys I was having issues with were this one, 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 and this one. Here before I had the old bodge wire to that. And the one key I am having an issue with right now is not part of the problematic traces. And it actually went away. It's just due to me using my fingers and wet capacitance versus straight up dry. Since I'm using moist fingers rather than the normal capacitive plastic, it's prone to do this stuff. For right now, that will entail this restoration. I will be fixing the rest of these solder points off camera because I can't record and do all that at the same time. But this PCB is now working. For the most part. I need to fully test it with F flippers and all. And yeah. Thank you for watching. Have a glorious day.